How y'all doing? Man of God, spiritual chatter back. Whenever just whatever's just hitting my mind, I feel like I gotta speak about it, especially on video. Even though despite the amount of people who are going to see it, that's not what I'm doing it for. I'm doing it for me. But anyways, I thought I'd just get it off my chest. Don't want to think about it too much because that's my problem. I overthink too much. But these past couple weeks, been running into people who want to become mentors, apostles, preachers, and prophets. And yes, there are prophets. There are a good amount of prophets who I've ran into. But I realize this, every time I run into a prophet or one that is trying to be a prophet, first of all, let's just start on what is a prophet, okay? What is the word prophet? I don't have a definition, but a prophet, for the ones who do not know, are the ones who have a prophetic word that God gives them. So God will give them literally anything at any time of day. And it could be a specific person. It could be a specific prayer that God wants them to do. It could be a vision. But they're going to get it. They're going to get it. It's going to be clear as day to them. Whatever it is. And when it's needed, God will give it to them. Only God can give the prophets a prophetic word or a prophetic vision. You know what I'm saying? So, every time I run into a prophet, I start overthinking. I kid you not. Me, man of God, who is living, trying my best to live through the Spirit and live for God and through God and gain that relationship with Him, I just start to overthink stuff every time I'm right next to a prophet. Okay? I just do. If I'm in the same building or I'm in the same area as a prophet, my whole mindset starts to change. I start to overthink. Oh my gosh, is this prophetic? Is this prophet going to talk about me? Is this prophet going to prophetic about me? And that's my problem. And then I realized, hold on. Because right when I said that, I realized okay, first of all, even when I spend time with God, I'm not doing it, I'm not doing it just for me, I'm doing it for others. But for some reason, every time a prophet comes in the area or in the room, I start thinking about me. What? And on top of that, I realized that I don't need a prophet. I don't need a prophet to prophetic something over my life or to have them there's a reason why God doesn't give prophets a vision about me, because I already move in the spirit. I already move in the spirit realm. I already know what it takes. I already know what I have to do. And God knows that I already know, so He ain't got to show nothing to me. I never really needed to go through anything. I grew up learning that, and I had parents who taught me how to live righteously, and I just I read the word, I listen. It's like I do stuff to know enough. I really know enough, and I do know enough. And I also learned that I also don't want. So even I'm trying to say is even when a prophet say God does give him some prophetic vision about me or something about my future, I don't want to know. I do not want to know. I don't want to know what God gave him. I kid you not. If a prophet was sitting next to me right now and he was about to tell me what God told him what was going to happen to me in my life, I wouldn't want to know. I don't want to know what's going to happen in the future, because I already know what's going to happen in the future. I don't know exactly what's going to happen in the future, but I already know enough to forget that God is going to use me for a better purpose, right? So but for some reason, every time a prophet is in the area, in the vicinity, I just start to overthink, is this prophet going to talk about me? And it's I guess my point, I'm trying to just, no matter who is in the building, I'm trying not to change my mindset. because my physicals, like, I'm not gonna change. Like you, like I'm not gonna. It's not gonna be obvious that my mindset changed. It's just all in my mind. But I start to overthink, and so I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to stay in here, no matter who is in the building, and in the spirit realm, no matter who is in the building. But for some reason, every time a prophet is in the building, my mind just switches up until like it starts to even like, I could even say it starts to freak out a little. I don't know, and I think that's just solely why. But I know this for sure. When you in here, and you're not only in here, but you're living it out, you ain't gotta worry about anything. As long as you have faith and believe that God is gonna do the work for you, you don't need to worry about anything. If you know you're gonna be healed, okay, keep living it out. God's gonna tell you what you need to do to be healed. He's gonna show you what you need to do to be healed. You just need to talk to him. You ain't gotta worry about anything else. And that's the thing. Every time I think about, every time I overthink when a prophet is in the building, it's almost like, okay, it's not like I am depending on them, but I think it's just the name. Like, I think it's just the name that throws me off a little bit. But yeah, I think it's just a name. Like, okay, there's a prophet in the building. Like, it's a prophet. It's like, it's no different. Like, it's no different than what God is telling you exactly. Like, if anything, I'd rather have an approval from God than a prophet. And I just thought I'd get that out of my chest real quick. I don't know how I ended up talking for about 7 minutes. I don't know how long. I don't know how it got 7 minutes long. But it's not going to be no longer. I'll see y'all later. God bless y'all. Stay in the word and talk to God. Okay? Do not depend on man. And I think that's just what I'm trying to tell myself. But I'll catch y'all.